Welcome to Cooking4U, easy peasy healthy cooking. Today I thought of getting more adventures in my cooking and do a spinach and feta cheese pie. We're going to make the crust for the pie. We'll do it traditionally. It's a Romanian crust. It's more like a short crust, and where we're going to use butter, flour, we're going to use 1 egg, a bit of baking powder, and buttermilk, and we're going to let it rest for a bit, and we'll do the filling, the spinach, and I got some leek. I thought leek will bring a different flavor, more sweet onto the pie, and of course spring onion. We have feta, and we're going to cook it while the dough is resting. So let's begin with the dough. I'm going to measure. It'll be about 525 grams of flour. And I use organic flour, all-purpose. And we're going to use about 200 grams of butter. The butter needs to be in the refrigerator, so it has to be very cold. And I can grate the butter, or I can cut it cubes, and I like to grate it because that's how we do it. I'm going to measure the butter. Okay. And we're going to use the food processor. So I'll just pour the flour. And I'll grate the butter really quick. Ideal when you make this dough, it's good to have a cool temperature in the house because you don't want the butter to melt. And of course, if your hands are cold, even better. Why did I call it easy peasy? It just came into my mind that if you want to cook, you can make it very easy. All you need to do is just put your heart into it. So, and cooking becomes easy. Peasy, the easiest way to cook are the peas. When you have a frozen bag of peas, they become very handy in any type of cooking, whether it's a stir fry or just a pea puree with mint or anything. So I just thought make it more funky and call it easy peasy. Healthy. Healthy cooking is, for me, is when you use fresh ingredients, as organic as you can, or from farmers that don't use pesticides, and any chemicals that could harm the produce, and less processed foods. I personally don't like to buy sauces from the market or anything that is processed because of all the preservatives and all the additives that are added to the product. So this is why we call it easy peasy healthy cooking. Simple. So now we're done with the butter, and I'm going to have the processor process the dough. Actually, will become it will turn it into a ball of dough, and easier to knead afterwards. So the flour with the butter just looks like a sand, and now we're going to add the wet ingredients, so it turns into a dough. We're going to use about 250 ml of buttermilk. I forgot to shake, so I'll do it again. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the baking powder into the milk, because you want to dissolve the milk, the powder. Going to add the egg. Okay, now this is done, so I'm going to remove it from the bowl. It's beautiful. See? And we're going to fold it into cling wrap and keep it in the fridge for 30 minutes to 60 minutes. In the meantime, you can turn on the oven, turn it to 200 degrees. The oven has to be preheated when you put the pie to bake. And now we're going to prepare the filling. Okay, so now we're going to slice the, so I cleaned the leek. I cut it in half, and now I'm going to slice it finely. First, we're going to blanch the spinach, and then we're going to cook the onion. The water has to boil before I blanch the spinach. So we'll continue chopping the spring onion. You will use about a bunch of the spring onion. I also use 2 leeks, and we're going to have also 2 garlic cloves. When you make the dough, you can use it for anything else. You can use it for savory, you can use it for desserts. You can make pumpkin pie, apple pie, apricot pie, or you can even make savory dishes. You can use spinach or silver beet, or anything, or zucchini, or anything that you please. You can even make a beautiful potato pie or onion. Okay, the water is boiling. I'm ready to blanch the spinach. The reason why we blanch the spinach is we want to take the bitterness out of it, and it will be sweeter. Okay. Now we're ready to discard it. Put it in a strainer and over cold water. Okay, now we're going to steam the leek with the spring onion, and I added also the garlic. So we'll let it soften so it becomes translucent. Then we're going to add the spinach. I'm going to chop the spinach before we add it onto the pan. Just roughly. Doesn't have to be very, very fine. Okay, we're adding the spinach. It smells so nice. It's here, and I'm going to, in the meantime, I'm going to chop the parsley with a bit of fresh coriander. I like to use fresh coriander into this mixture. I'm not going to add any salt because when I blanched the spinach, it had salt. The water had salt, and I'm going to add feta. So feta, it's salty. So here we go. You just crumble the feta. So we're putting about like 300 grams of feta. That's what I'm using. So we're going to add pepper, black pepper, and 1 egg. This is really yum. Okay, now that we're ready to roll, I'm going to prepare the pan. I'm going to use this pan to make the pie. So I'm just going to grease it with butter. Okay, so you make sure that it's covered completely everywhere, so it won't stick. You sprinkle some flour so we can coat the pan to prevent from sticking. So you do like this. Okay, now the pan is coated and ready to be used. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the dough out. And we're going to start rolling. Move. I'm going to use baking paper when I roll. So we have to roll this and then fold it and then roll it again and then fold it again. So you do this step twice. So you can obtain some plates. It's exactly like how you make the puff pastry. Similar to it. We fold it like this. So you fold it in three basically. And now we roll it again. Now we roll it again. So we fold first, take the bottom, take the top, we fold it in three. Now we're ready to put it in the pan. I'm ready to roll the second. So we put the mixture in the pan over the dough, and I just roll and it took me forever. And now we spread it all over the pan. The second layer. cover this. It's like a blankie. And now we're going to use an egg and put it on top, like spread it all over. Call it egg wash. Ready to bake. And now we're waiting for the pie to bake. It should take 45 minutes. It's actually till it gets golden.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the pie that I just took out of the oven. So it baked for 40 minutes at 200 degrees. You have to watch, I'm not sure what type of ovens you have at home, but you should always watch, and if it browns, immediately just put an aluminum foil on top so it cooks, it continues to cook without burning the top. And this is my pie. We have to let it rest for 15 to 20 minutes so we can cut it and enjoy it. This could be served just like that with a glass of buttermilk or yogurt, or you can have a side salad with it. It will be very healthy and very yummy. This is one of my favorite pies. Hope you like it. If you need the recipe, please go on my website, cooking4u.com.au. Have a nice day.